Today I'm going to be comparing two very similar pistols, but there's one difference. One is probably about 40 years older than the other, and that is Colt Single Action New Frontier and the Heritage Rough Rider, both chambered in 22. Now, just to make it fair, I have put 22 Magnum cylinders, or 22 Magnum cylinder in my Heritage Rough Rider, as I do not have a 22 LR cylinder for my New Frontier. But let's go ahead and let's compare the differences. So first off, the biggest difference that I can find is that the Heritage Rough Rider feels a lot better. It just feels, probably shouldn't put it at the camera, but it just feels like a gun. It don't feel like a toy. While the Heritage Rough Rider, when I wield it, I mean, it feels kind of like a toy. That could be done with two things. Could be that this is made better, made with better materials. The handles could be better, as this, as you can see, has this nice black little Colt little handles, I guess. Well, this just has red, kind of a redwood little finish. So this grip is a lot better, just say that already. But it could be that. It could also be that this one has a little bit more heft to it. This one has a little bit more heft to it. It's a little bit heavier. It does have a longer barrel, as you can see. Let me see, this is a longer barrel, but it shouldn't change much in our review. Now, one thing that will change a lot in our review is that this does not have adjustable sights. You can get versions now that has adjustable sights. Highly recommend it. I actually highly recommend it more than this version that don't, because you can actually hit stuff with it. While this Colt New Frontier actually has adjustable sights. So, just something to consider. One thing that is also really different is that the Heritage Rough Rider actually has a safety. As you can see, it has a safety right there that you pull down like this. Let me show you. Let me do both hands. You gotta put it on half cock, just makes it easier. But you can boom, boom, safe, whatever, you know. Well, this one doesn't. You can see this one's hammers all the way down. It does not have a safety. Both are loaded the same. One thing I have noticed that this one is a lot easier to get shells out of after you shoot. Could be the cylinder material. Could just be this is more worn in. I don't know, but just something I noticed. Both of them are really similar to take apart. Both have plunger screws right here. Press it in and take the screw out. Both have the same plunger system as take the shells out. Both of them are modeled after the same single action Colt. Well, this one is actual Colt and this one is just a little clone of it. But let's go out and get to shooting. My camera's actually almost dead, so I gotta hurry this up. But let's go out and let's go shoot it. First off, Heritage Rough Rider. Now, the Colt New Frontier. Alright, let's go see what it did, our groupings. So right here, right there, is our Heritage Rough Rider groupings. As you can see right there. Pretty, oh actually no, right here. I meant not wrong one. Right there's our Heritage Rough Rider groupings. Pretty good. And if we look down, see right there, there is our Colt New Frontier groupings. Now, just a note, I have been shooting the Heritage Rough Rider a lot more than I've been shooting the Colt New Frontier. So if I got used to those sights on the Colt New Frontier, that'd probably be even more accurate than the Heritage Rough Rider. Wow. Those results actually surprised me. I thought that the Colt New Frontier was going to be a lot more accurate than the Heritage Rough Rider. But then again, like I said in my last video, or the last little clip, I've been shooting the Heritage Rough Rider more than the Colt New Frontier. So, that's probably the main difference. Now, one thing to know also is that Colt New Frontier is about $900, and this one's an older one from about the 70s and 80s, and this can be up to about $100 or $70. So that could be a lot of the difference between quality of parts and also the age gap between something that's made in the 1970s and something that's made like in 2020. So, yeah. So which one do I like better? Well, I don't really think it's fair to compare them because of the reasons I just stated earlier, but I love both. Now, I'm going to be carrying the Heritage Rough Rider a lot more since it's not a family heirloom, but I think both I think the Heritage Rough Rider did keep up on its own. But just for feel and actually plinking, I actually do like the Colt New Frontier more because, like I said, it just feels better quality. Well, that's comparing new school to old school. So, I'll see you guys next time. That'd be it.